Benny, now you have to explain to me why you only picked the drive, I guess. When we have Pata who told us, I ask you a question. I want you to play this hole as I say. How do you know it's the drive? Did you agree to do it?
Well, you don't know what kind of shots he wants.
So now I'll use the camera. Pata, go next to B because otherwise you don't have a microphone.
I don't have a microphone.
Go.
Should I talk here?
Go on, speak up.
Indeed. Let's do something funny that, in my opinion, is important, and that is to play it, but very cheap, by showing that you can still play par without using the drive.
Okay then, let's put it in context.
Let's contextualize. Hole 16 of Le Roverdin Golf Club.
This is the classic hole.
Half par hole. That is one of those holes that, depending on the distance or strategy the player wants to set, you can choose to play the hole with several pars. It can be a hole designed as par 4, similar to a par 3, because you can get there on the green or otherwise nearby.
As in our case, many players can get there. They can even get to the green. Many players can go so far as to put it almost under the green. That is, flying across the second lake. Other players, to be a little bit more comfortable, should instead go more to the left and then put the bunker in play and still fly across almost 2 lakes.
Or you can just take the wide way and play it in a safer way. No, because in any case, the hole is designed to make even the most cautious game difficult. The safest game. Bring into play less obstacles, even if more difficult, because you bring into play the out of bounds and you play it to get to the green in 3 shots. So you, Pata, today you want us to play conservatively.
Yes, conservatively.
Very
Since
conservatively.
it is a par 4, this time.
So I guess it's the drive.
Benny, I had picked a drive, a wood 3 and iron 2. I guess I was
play
wrong.
Conservatively. You play a drive here.
Okay. Okay. I accept the challenge.
Come on, bye.
Okay, let's go. So I'll start by hitting it as conservatively as possible. That is, I'll take the first peninsula. Then you will use an iron instead to go to the first bunker and fly across the water hazards. I part the water hazards. Then both of us try to shoot even to the green aggressively, because the question that Pata asked is very interesting. What happens? So many times in these kinds of holes, we get crazy, and on average, the player tends, because the designer of the course made the hole for you to fail.
They make you pull out the drive and say, this right here is the hole where I'm going to shoot to make an eagle.
And it's good. These are the classic holes where you make a quintuple bogey. It's good, but why? Because the risk is not that high, or is not perceived to be that high. But if you get it right, it's wonderful.
It is, yeah.
Okay, so we shoot in various situations and try to understand, because one or the other situation is worthwhile. Chista, let's try go. So you first. No, me first.
You first with the wedge.
Wedge. We check. It's 85 meters to get to this peninsula. Okay, and clearly, in my case.
Moreover, when playing a hole in conditions that are not suitable,
I have no idea, never tried to get there.
and measuring is pivotal.
We measured it before. You said it? How many meters?
85.
85, and also wind against guys, I'm holding a sand and I'm shooting from an area about the size of a green. It's not easy because I have water first, water afterwards, just a little space to go a little longer, and out of bounds area to the left with a small path that could ruin my shot.
But even if you cut it a little bit, there is also water on the right. So
Thank
it's not
you,
obvious.
Benny.
Since the wind is going against to the right, shoot please.
So, this hole, in this case, is studied to be difficult almost equally with any of the strategies we thought of to use here. In the meantime, I've destroyed a clod. Later, we'll put it in place.
Better, I would say.
Now it's up to you with the iron.
So now, strategy. Strategy completely offensive.
You shoot more toward the bunker. How do you play it? I'm curious. You playing with a small drone? You play it on the tree to in-swerve? Are you looking for a small fade?
No, straight to the tree.
Considering that the tree is a line that brings water into play quite a bit.
The water hazard on the right.
But it does help you then on the shot to the green. You see that even here where we're trying to think about a more conservative strategy, this type of hole leads us to feel like daring toward the green that is to the right. Crazy, huh? Crazy.
I think I could play a little shot toward the bunker. It's much safer.
Safely? No, because you want maximum performance? Then clearly you have a little bit of fear because I put pressure on you. The trajectory
It's
closed
just
slightly.
outside of the bunker area,
Good,
bunker
good.
direction, perfect, okay. Do you know, however, why I trusted the tree? Because I know my ball always comes back to my left. I haven't done
Sure.
a slice since 1971. And then,
You were not born.
but I was already doing them.
Ah, okay.
So I know the water to the right with this iron of mine is definitely impregnable.
Certainly because it either starts straight or closes a little bit, exactly the opposite of me. I open instead. So in my case, I would shoot toward the bunker, outswerve.
And you would be closer.
And since you said you want to use the drive, I'll let you have the honor of shooting to the green.
To the green. For a player who plays with the effect toward the left, in this case it is a hole, or very complex.
Very good, because I was waiting for this. What is the problem? That will entice any type of player who has a chance to go under the green. But depending on what kind of player you are and therefore how the shot comes out on average, and you err more to the right, you err more to the left, you err more by closing it, by opening it, the hole changes completely. In your case,
The green is pretty much behind this pine that we have in front of us. To really reach it, you need a shot with an in-swerve effect. My ball tends to open up little, so I look for a ball that goes more to the right, knowing that even if it stays a thread short to my left, I still have an easy approach.
you hit a chip shot from under the greens, you start
All
to
I need
stop.
to do is not start.
After, as soon as you're done, I have a question for you. Because I'm curious. Benny, you just hit a fade. This was really a big fade.
Not enough to get to the green, but it landed perfectly in the nearby area.
Perfect, you're under the green. So a question that comes to me, then we now shot from the back tee, okay? Why didn't you exploit the whole tee by going so far to the left?
Do you know why? Because it would make me greedy to start the ball closer to the tree. I risk touching the first branches, drop the ball into the water.
Shaone.
I keep myself closer to the fairway. I attack the hole a little less, but I'm sure I have more balls going under the green.
Hold this. Hold this. I think I'll give it a go too. In my case, I'm going to put a little bit more to the left instead.
Because to you, the ball on the right never starts anyway.
Well, they can start flying to the right. What a bastard. In my case, by the way, the drive is a bit longer than what I would need, and therefore I grip a little bit shorter, put the tee a little bit lower to make it even easier to come a little bit left-right trajectory.
Wind against to the right, it should be perfect
It should
to get
help
to the
me.
flag by flying.
Let's see, because the green is covered anyway. You have to make it turn enough.
Well, it turns.
The ball started very well. Turn, turn.
It might be a little long.
My guess is that I am on that plateau. To the left of the green, my guess is you're even beyond that.
Beyond here is to go and see. The view is covered. I guess time will tell.
So, meanwhile, I got to the center of the hypothetical green I was shooting at.
A perfect compass.
All right. Now, though, 180 meters to take the green and the rod. Okay. 2 water theoretically to fly, and a tree covering the view. What happens often? I did the sweetened version of the hole. I was careful.
Firstly, I was nice and calm with defensive and zen started on the first shot, but I got crazy on the second one.
That is, if we choose a strategy, we try to carry it through to the end. So here, in my opinion, You have to recreate the same figure, that is another green to get to. About 100 meters to or slightly to the left at this point to get the lakes out of the way a little bit.
Measure to get a perfect idea of where to shoot our ball. Gigi, shoot to the tree.
Tree then. Tree. 100 meters.
100 meters, so we are 180 from the green if you hit. Basically two
90?
90-meter shots.
90
or
and
92
90.
with the curve. Precisely, that's the distance you reached a moment ago. A little more than 90, a little more than 90, a little more than 90. You're
did.
basically playing driving range on the course.
No, we played a hole that can be difficult, however, make you pay as much as well. Managing to get away with 3 shots that on average are pretty easy, basically for everybody. And then
At the end, you still put for
just instead, you ended up near the bunker and have the view to the flag. But did you like it?
Sorry, please explain to me this concept of teleportation because I missed it.
Modestly.
You're on my ball.
You have the view to the flag, however, to avoid the water. You hit with more energy, and it's okay because the water is what gives you the most anxiety, surely not a bunker, Azio. And the result is that we have a tree in front.
That covers the view a little bit.
In the specific
We're
case,
110 meters from the flag, so all in all, it wouldn't even be a too difficult shot. It's just a matter of not letting the ball get too high and not letting it start too far to the left.
you've done well
It's my
because you
shot.
play a little bit right-left, and so you're a little bit eased.
Even you would have a little more trouble from here. However, if I had wanted to choose this strategy, attacking a little more, risking a little more, I should have played 1 less iron from the tee, flirt a little more with water to get an easier shot. Does it pay off? Doesn't it pay off? And the risk of a ball a little too short in the water is to ruin a hole.
In my opinion, the same rule applies here that we said exactly about the shot I hit. You have addressed the hole to be a little more conservatively. Continue like this. I mean, I would support a shot almost running, okay, here and 7 iron or a hybrid.
Low ball to the
Toward
bunker.
that bunker, that's right. And then we play it to approach and put.
That's right. In my case, with the ball that tends to come back a little bit more to the left,
A little
I'm
more
more likely
aggressive.
to also get to the green because the ball tends to get back. Certainly the thing not to do is aiming for the perfect green center, hit the tree, or water.
No!
So I avoid water with the former to end up with the latter, not the wisest move.
Now let's go and see a little bit why. You can see you are exactly under the green. But, I mean, I didn't go as long as it seemed because it actually seemed to start out a little bit strongly. Instead, this little slice with the Gigi style slice cleat took me exactly to the plateau I was saying just before that bunker. I often got that bunker. And so from here, obviously, the hole changes slightly, but not that much.
And now it is a very difficult par 3. A par 3 where it is difficult to get to the green. Where we didn't get to the green, you almost did. And from here we have to play on the short game to bring home the
The
result.
famous half par comes through this. Regardless of the handicap you play, those are the holes that allow you to be near the green with an average shot less than you would have in an average par 4, in an average par 5.
Par 5.
Okay, so here in our specific case, we arrive under the green with the first shot, or almost into the green with the first shot. Though, for you guys, you usually can get to the green with 3 shots, and instead here, you can only use 2 because it's a little bit shorter. These average holes are the ones where you can make the score or destroy it. They are the ones, I in quotes, a little more fun because they actually let you with more choices of what to do.
The most fun course, in my opinion, is the course that manages to have within its round of holes a lot of half-par holes. Without, however, giving you that feeling of the course being too easy or a course being too risk-reward.
That leads you to be too aggressive and then overly chastise you. Exactly, so the courses
Because they have a number of holes, I can even get to have 5 or 6 holes in the same round. Half a par where okay, I risk it here or being conservatively and I try to play it with more strategy. These are the courses that I enjoy the most.
Oh, I agree with you about the holes. And did you guys ever think of these kinds of holes as half-par holes? What do you enjoy playing the most? The super long holes that put stress on the whole shot and on the long play? Or do you like these holes that are a little bit more strategic, that focus on our feeling? I also ask another question.
You had already seen the video, the Holes Half Par Edition, 1941?
I still had black hair.
You still had hair?
Let us know below in the comments.
Ci sta.
Fits us.
Let's do it before my ship leaves. No, I'll take a thumbnail take though.
There is a pipe, there is a two-tone plant.
Let's do it from here, come on.
And that even more logical.
It will come out awful.
Do you like it? Makes sense.
We must continue.
No! Instead, you ended up near the bunker.